This pattern is playing out exactly like it has many times in the past, which would put my Bitcoin price target right about here. The next 4 days are extremely important for Bitcoin. As we take a look here at the monthly chart, we can see that as we are coming up to a key area of resistance, if we close this monthly candle above the level of 25,222, this will be the first time since 2021 that we actually close a higher high on the monthly time frame, and things are looking very, very bullish on the weekly and on the monthly. But when we zoom in, we're starting to see some times of weakness, some signs of weakness. So we're going to be diving into the charts today. I'm going to be telling you exactly how I plan to play this price action, so make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications. As we understand, on these higher term timeframes, we are seeing signs of strength. We are printing a macro bullish pattern here, a falling wedge with a breakout and a confirmed retest with a technical target of about $55,000, give or take, around, I would say around $50,000. And we also understand that when it comes to volume theory, the market had established a fair value for the asset about 2 years ago between the prices of $30,000 and about $50,000. And what this means is if the price manages to now reclaim this key area of resistance around this $30,000 level and actually hold it as support, it becomes more probable than not that the price will actually make its way back up to the top of this old value area. We see this happening with Bitcoin all the time. We understand that when price is entering back into an old range, it's very likely that we fill to the top of the range. For example, back here, over the fall and basically the summer and the fall, Bitcoin had established a fair value. Bitcoin dipped below, and once we came back inside and reclaimed this area, it was very fast when we filled it to the top. But we do have to understand that we are coming up to key areas of resistance, and it's irresponsible for us as investors, as traders, to think we are only going to go straight up. These are the times where we need to be prepared for a pullback. We need to be planning for a pullback. Why? For two reasons. One, if we are traders, we have the opportunity to take advantage of the downside by entering a short. And two, if we're just investors, then we need to understand where are the targets that I can actually set up buy zones for Bitcoin, right? This is basically how we do it in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, right? We have been shorting this. We shorted 25,285, which was basically this old area of resistance right over here. We shorted this little move to the downside, to the retest. And we've been long and shorting this ever since $15,450, guys. So we have been taking full advantage of the volatility. Now, by the way, if you want to join the community where every single day we give the levels, we give the trade setups. In fact, just last week, we gave these two trades, basically gave the exact high and the exact low of the week. Both of them played out very, very nicely. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Not a signals group, guys, but an educational group. Also, if you want to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, you can take advantage of this volatility without letting those fees cut into your profits. Click the link in the description, guys. It's a great deal. By the way, only do this if you know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade and you try to trade on ByBit, not only are you going to lose everything you have, but your girlfriend's going to dump you, you're going to burn your tongue on a hot cup of coffee, and drop your brand new iPhone into a dirty public toilet. But if this is something you want to learn, we do have the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This will give you the point A to point B system to actually learn how to do this right. So as we're coming up to this key area of resistance, here is what we need to be aware of. If we come down now to a 4-hour time frame, we understand 30K is a key zone of resistance. And we can see, if we turn on our indicator, Market Cipher B, that indeed, as we continue to come higher and higher to this area of key resistance, we are in fact printing a very bearish pattern on the oscillator. This is basically, as the price is getting higher, the momentum and the money flow is also getting lower, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern, where as the price is getting higher, Sam Bankman-Fried's money flow, his momentum waves, his red tattooed pepperoni nipples are getting smaller as the price is getting higher. And although this would drive Caroline crazy and it would tempt them to not use a stop loss, it's actually quite bearish for the Bitcoin price. And so there's two major levels that we need to be prepared for as we move into this week. Now, people always ask me, Jason, what is the Bitcoin price going to do? And my response is always the same. It depends. We cannot know for certain what the Bitcoin price is going to do, but what we can do is we can say, I understand that these are the key levels on the chart where Bitcoin is likely, if it gets there, to get some kind of reaction, which will provide me with an opportunity to take advantage of the volatility in this market. This is why when we're looking at the charts, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we say, look, if the price gets to one of these levels, and if I see certain things on my indicators, then I have a trade on my hands. If then scenarios will save you when it comes to trading. Because if you are going to be stuck in a certain bias, you are going to get wrecked 50% of the time. Because the price can do anything. It can go up, it can go down. We need to be able how to learn the charts, to recognize what is happening in the moment, and then take advantage of that volatility. So very locally right now, we are forming a symmetrical triangle pattern, okay? Symmetrical triangle pattern right here. And the reason why this is so important is because this is a neutral pattern. It can break to the upside, it can break to the downside. And if we take a look at the key levels that are right here on the chart, there are two levels that are standing out very, very much. First of all, $25,200. This is a very, very key support to the downside. Why is this such a key support to the downside? It is because if we zoom out here, we can see that this level, 25,200, was major resistance, and it was also major support back here in May. And the way support and resistance works is what used to be resistance, once we break out, is now going to be acting as support. And if the price of Bitcoin is now going to lose this key area of support at 25,200, well, just like we expect if we reclaim 30,000, we will see follow through to the upside. If we lose now this key support, we can expect follow through to the downside. So if we take a look at where our triangle target would be, if we extend the trend line from the triangle to our projected breakdown, we can see it's coming exactly to the $25,200 level, which, by the way, is also the retest of the 200-week moving average. This is very, very key support. If we get a move down here, and we are seeing bullish signs on the chart, aka bullish divergences, then we know that we have a buy opportunity on our hands. But on the other side, if we extend this trend line to the upside, we can see we're also coming to a very key area of resistance, $30,500. What is $30,500? $30,500, guys, is basically the high of this old mini range that we have traded back here in basically May through June of 2022. And the reason why this is so important is because, as we know, if the price enters into any old fair value zone where the market had previously established a fair value for the asset, it's very likely that we start to respect that value area again, which means we need to be looking for resistance around that $30,500 level. When you see a pattern and the target of the pattern is giving you key levels to the upside and to the downside, this is the best way to plan out trades, right? Because if we're trying to trade a breakout of the triangle or a breakdown of the triangle, there's a huge chance that we're going to get wrecked because these things always fake out, right? We might do something like this and then, right? Or the opposite. We might do something like this and then come back in. But if we understand this is a major level of resistance and this is a major level of support, then we can be looking, as price comes down to these areas, to be getting in a trade from those places. So what would we be looking for? Well, for me, I would be looking for divergences on market Cipher B. If we're going to come down to the key zone of support, what do I want to see? I want to see the price basically forming on the oscillator a bullish divergence, where as the price is getting lower, the oscillator is getting higher, right? Looking very much so like this set of uneven butt cheeks, where we have a juicy left butt cheek and then a very skinny right butt cheek. The left side nice and the big and the round and the juicy, and the ravioli is flowing out of the butt cheek, and the gravy, you want to take a needle and that left cheek and then squeeze out the gravy, but the right cheek, very, very skinny, right? Like that old skinny waitress at the diner with the veins popping out of her neck. You know, you're asking yourself, how is she so skinny? It's because she smokes too many cigarettes. The nicotine actually speeds up the metabolism, all right? But if we get a move to the upside, we would be looking for just the opposite, understanding that we're coming to a key area of resistance. We would want to see continued bearish divergence on the same oscillator. So if we get a move to the upside like this, and we're seeing continuation of these bearish patterns on market Cipher, the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern, then we know we have a short on our hands. All right, so that is what we need to be prepared for this week. These are the two juiciest levels. Of course, if we break and hold above this $30,000 level, I'm expecting much more upside. But right now, to the upside, 30.5, very, very key. To the downside, 25,200, very, very key. That's it for today's video, guys. May you all be blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you're super blessed in many ways. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!